The problem is, with everything the governor says, there are questions that arise. Now, I have a very specific question, Governor.
Can I request, Senator?
On that infrastructure alone?
Only?
Yes.
Okay. Because I want to be fair to the guests who have also been here.
Absolutely.
Since.
And
yes.
Chair, you should remember that I am representing these people. So the questions I'm asking are not for Sifuna. I don't stay in Woodley. Governor, when we had this conversation last time about the joint ventures and how we determine how much allocation of houses the county gets, we only made reference to the cost of the land. But if indeed this agreement puts responsibility for critical infrastructure, including those public utilities, on the county government, because an estate, a home, is not just a building. Now, listening to the governor, because I think the bulk of the problems here with these three estates in Maringo, Jericho, and Lumumba, and the governor might be giving the impression that the leadership of these associations is somehow blocking direct access to the residents, and that there are people who, support the project, and that you say that it is possible that it is majority. Now, the problem we have with that, Governor, is your own documents. Your own documents on public participation. In Maringo, you will see your own words. Most felt not fully included in the project. That's for Maringo. You come to Lumumba, residents disagreed. And in fact, your remarks there, it says, objective not met. The objective of the public participation was not met. And mind you, these public participations, this report, your report, was for public participations on the ground, not in City Hall. And then you come to Lumumba, it says the same thing. I want to understand, from your perspective as the governor of Nairobi, what will be the value of a peaceful public participation in these three estates, where they tell you in no uncertain terms they don't want the project? Will you still proceed with it, or will you listen to them? And from the residents' leadership, I want to understand, what would you want this public participation meeting to look like? Because even for you, every time you are sent a letter, you write to my office saying this does not look like public participation. What would that meeting look like to you, so that you are satisfied that it is public participation according to you? I want you to tell me the notice you would want, the venue, the people you would want to be there, if you want the chairperson of this committee to be there, the number of people you want to speak, how long you want the meeting to last. Please, so that we can guide you, paint a picture for us for what you consider an effective public participation. And tell us whether whatever you say must carry the day. If at the end of that meeting there's people saying we want the project to proceed, will that be sufficient for you to allow this project to proceed? I thank you, Honorable Chair.
Chair, allow me just to say one thing.
Can you speak on behalf of everyone, because of time, on the question that I will have by Senator Sifuna?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Chair, my name's Jenna Chengolo, Vice Chair, Lumumba Residents Association. I just want to make one thing clear, according to what Governor has just said. Ametuweka kama sisi watu wa Lumumba ama Jericho, we are violent. We are not violent. We started with an NMS. Tulikuwa na Madam Marion. She came to the ground to meet us. Pamoja na nani? Kemboi. You can ask Kemboi. Hakuna hata siku moja mtu wa Lumumba aliwafukuza ama waligombanishwa. So if governor can come here and start saying Jericho,
I think you're losing a critical moment.
Yeah,
to answer a question about how
we are ready.
Don't attack the governor, and he will not also respond to the things you're saying.
Okay, what I want to
paint a picture for us as a committee. How would this meeting look like?
Okay, since we are the representatives of the residents, we are here to say we need that public participation, but not at City Hall. We can do it at Camp Toyoyo, where all the residents wanaweza kuja, ndio governor asikie vile wanaongea. Senator has been there several times. Anajua vizuri. We are peaceful people, hatuna vita. So the residents walitutuma that public participation kabla any project ifanyike, wakuje kwa ground Camp Toyoyo, tutasema vizuri, all residents wakuje, hiyo mkutano ifanywe, ndio at least musikie what the residents, isikuwe ni sisi residents waseme vile wanataka.
Governor,
wait.
What the governor has said, if they are objecting to what he has said, what point? They must point out which point they are not agreeing with, which one they are agreeing with, so that we can move forward very fast.
Fair enough.
On one issue, Bonacha, our friend said that the issue of land, all those properties belongs to who and who. The property belongs to the people of Kenya. And that is what he should note. From there now, we can keep on moving very fast. Please guide us.
No, that's guided. That's guided. I think you've taken note from what actually Senator Sifuna emphasized, that all the senators have emphasized that let us, for the purpose of moving forward, the governor has done a presentation. The clerk did capture all the conversations that we have had in the past, which was what I call a status report. Let us try and interrogate those ones. Which ones do you feel satisfied about? Which one do you feel you agree with? What should we take note of as senators in terms of those presentations? So Lumumba.
Governor and fellow.
By the way, just a moment, Chair. You know, I like simplifying conversations such as this, because we dealt with the issues in Mombasa, and it was very complex sometimes for even the petitioners to say just what do you want. I think that this is an opportunity also for you to simplify it for us as senators, as well as the governor. This is what we want, because that's a harder way of actually be able to make sure that as senators you can be able to converge with you and the governor on this issue. Is that okay? Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, Chair, Your Excellency the Governor, and Honorable Senators. My name is Agesa Omega. I'm standing in for our Chair, Walter Ogodi. Most has been said by my colleague from Maringo. I'm saying not my colleague, my fellow owner from Maringo. Owner. Why do I say owner? Not tenant. Owner.
Chair, can you restrain the governor from
Governor, stop intimidating,
threatening the witness?
No, but I've never seen.
Governor, you only speak to the chair.
Yeah, next week has a problem.
No, tafadhali.
But I'd like him to tell us how owners paid it.
No, we can. You have your time.
Why do I say owner?
You are protected, sir.
Let me clarify to him. In his presentation, there are some things he was trying to evade. He gave not the whole history of the land.
And my friend Agesa.
Yes.
Here you only speak to the chair, you only look at the chair, you only point at the chair.
I'm sorry.
Chair, please. You know these matters are fairly emotive. Eh? And if there is need for physical separation of the governor from the witness, it will help us so that he is free to express himself. I've known governor not to be a violent person.
I guess proceed.
I am now concerned.
Why do I say owner? The governor has been very evasive. Evasive in which ways? He gave just a brief talk when it came to the history. He never mentioned anywhere the things which the last Senate asked him to produce. And if he could have produced all those, he could have known we are the owners. What I'll give, the governor came and also admitted the county had not gotten a contractor. We are not dealing with Governor Sakaja. We are not dealing with General Badi. We are dealing with Nairobi County Government, and the NMS, because NMS was a legal entity. So let's start it from the NMS. Our first engagement with the NMS was, and that's the question you asked, how about when NMS leaves the office? The officials by that time responded by